Case No. 2023 to 54321. Judge, Honorable Judge Judy Thompson. Plaintiff, Alice Johnson. Defendant, Robert Davis. Opening statement. Judge Judy Thompson, JJT. Mr. Plaintiff, Alice Johnson, Mr. Defendant, Robert Davis, we are here today. This court is convened to ensure justice in the dispute between the parties. Please provide your testimony truthfully. Mr. Plaintiff, you may proceed. Plaintiff's allegations. Alice Johnson, AJ. Your Honor, I am here today to claim that the defendant failed to fulfill an agreement with me. On July 1, 2023, I entered into a written agreement with the defendant. According to the agreement, the defendant was supposed to make a specific payment to me, but they have not made the payment yet. My claim is that the defendant breached the agreement and caused me financial harm. JJT, understood, Mr. Plaintiff. Now, we turn to the defendant for their defense. Mr. Defendant, you are required to present your case. Defendant's defense. Robert Davis, RD. Your Honor, I deny these allegations. I made every effort to fulfill the agreement. However, I did not make the payment because the plaintiff failed to meet certain conditions. The claims are baseless, and I maintain my innocence. JJT, understood. Now, I allow the attorneys to ask questions to the respective parties. Statements and evidence. Plaintiff's attorney, PA. Mr. Plaintiff, what other evidence do you have to support your claim that the defendant failed to fulfill the agreement? AJ, I have the written agreement document in my possession. This document states that the defendant agreed to make the payment to me. Additionally, I have documents that prove I fulfilled the conditions of the agreement. Defendant's attorney, DA. Mr. Plaintiff, do you have any doubts about the authenticity of this agreement document and other evidence? AJ, no, I have no doubts. The agreement document and other evidence clearly demonstrate that the defendant agreed to make the payment and that I fulfilled the conditions. JJT, understood. Now, I allow the defense attorney to ask questions. Defense attorney's questions. DA, Mr. Defendant, did you have any intention to fulfill the agreement? RD, yes, I had the intention to fulfill the agreement. However, I did not make the payment because the plaintiff failed to meet certain conditions. Trial and decision phase. JJT, after considering the parties' allegations, testimonies, and evidence, I have taken the necessary time to reach a decision in this case. This case involves a dispute over the failure to fulfill an agreement. The plaintiff, Alice Johnson, claims that the defendant, Robert Davis, failed to fulfill the agreement. The plaintiff seeks compensation for the financial harm caused by the defendant's breach. The defendant, Robert Davis, denies the allegations and maintains their innocence. At this stage, considering the evidence and testimonies presented, it is necessary to gather further evidence and information to resolve the dispute. Therefore, I have decided to proceed with an additional hearing for the presentation of relevant evidence and further progress in this case. Verdict. JJT, at this stage, due to insufficient evidence and information to resolve the dispute, further evidence and information are required. The parties may request an additional hearing to present relevant evidence and advance the case. The case file remains open, and a future hearing date will be scheduled. The parties will be informed accordingly.